The 6 ways to make money online. Let's get to it. What's going on, everybody? My name is David. Now, here on the YouTube, you'll see young guys always talking about how to make $100 a day. Making $100 a day is just so easy, anyone can do it. The reality is $100 a day is a $3,000 monthly income, and that is no small thing. For your average person, that is an amount of money that really moves the proverbial needle in terms of their buying power and income. Now, I personally make thousands of dollars a month online, and I don't say that to brag. I just say that because, I'm in my 30s, and that took me years to figure out about how to put all these various income sources that I have together. And in this video, I just want to share with you basically how do you make money online via a YouTube channel and a blog, etc. All the different ways, the 6 main ways to make money online. So let's get to it. The first way to make money online is via donations. So donations can be set up via PayPal. You can log into your PayPal account and then you can create a button and then put that button on your website so people can just donate money to you. Now, if you're thinking why would anyone do that? Basically, if you're not leveraging any specific monetization strategy and you're just giving away something that's really helpful for free, and you're just hey, if you enjoyed it, this is the way that you can give me money to say thanks. That's how donations work. A great example would be like WordPress plugins, for example. There's a lot of great WordPress plugins that are completely free and that they don't have any upsell, and there's no premium version. It's just this one thing. This is what we give away. It's free. And hey, if you enjoyed it, here, you can donate. Because I know personally that I've donated to plugin creators in the past who've created really helpful content that's really helped me with my websites. And it's oh yeah, no problem, man. Here's $5. Thank you very much for making this, etc. So basically, that's the first way, donations. The second way is to set up some type of subscription revenue service for your blog, website, YouTube channel. Obviously, for this to work, you already need some type of attention and traffic. But if you're at that point, then subscription revenue then makes a lot of sense. Your 2 main options are to use something like Patreon, where you just sign up to Patreon. You can create an account quick and easy, and then set up different tiers and have your subscription revenue that way. And then you don't have to pay for Patreon. Patreon just takes a cut out of the subscription revenue that you earn from your patrons. Or you can go the self-hosted route, which would be something like create a WordPress website, use a plugin like MemberPress, and then design the site, create the content, lock everything, etc. A great example of that would be entrepreneursincars.com, which uses MemberPress and a WordPress-powered website to basically run his membership website. Which one is best? Basically, they both have their pros and cons. I personally like Patreon because Patreon is quick and easy to set up. You don't have to design anything. You don't have to pay for anything. Now, obviously, it depends on the type of content that you're giving away, the topic, etc. that you're talking about. Some topics maybe aren't friendly to being put on Patreon, so you have you risk your account being closed. So that's kind of the reason why people would go for a membership website where it's more self-hosted, and also just for branding purposes, because then you can own your membership website. Your membership website is mywebsite.com, mymembershipwebsite.com, instead of it being patreon.com/websitecreatorpro. But it really just depends on the situation that you're in. I personally, Patreon makes a lot of sense for me because I'm sharing website reviews on my Patreon page. So I like that because then it's I can just have all the videos on Patreon. I don't have to pay for hosting because I'm sharing primarily video, and so video content is expensive to self-host on your own website, and so that's why you got to take a step back and just make that decision. But anyway, subscription revenue is still a fantastic way to monetize what it is you're doing online if you have the right audience, traffic, and attention. The third way is advertising. So advertising is done primarily through advertising networks nowadays, where basically you can sign up to Google AdSense, and then you can run ads on your videos, and you can put ad code on your website or blog and have display advertising. Now, there's plenty of different advertising networks that you can take advantage of. You can also do private advertising, where you work one-on-one with an advertiser. Maybe they'll send you an email. Say you have a website on drones, for example. Your whole website is about the best drones for XYZ. Then you have a drone maker. They contact you and they want to individually run a display ad on your website. That can still happen. In general, people rely on advertising networks because you just set up the ad network on the back end of your website. Ads are displayed automatically. You don't have to manage any type of relationship with the advertiser. It's passive income. It's hands off. It's super easy. Now, advertising is a very lucrative income source. depending on the topic. And also you want to be careful because sometimes you'll have ads and you'll be making a lot of money from advertising, but you could be missing out on income that you could be selling from doing something else. Because Like, you got to understand, like, if an advertiser is making money on your website, that means that they're getting traffic from your website and sending it to a product, and so you're getting a cut, but maybe you can make more money doing something else, which is why sometimes you don't see a lot of people using advertising networks on their websites, because there's other more lucrative ways to monetize. But again, that's why I said, like, it really depends on the niche. Like, so for example, here on this YouTube channel, I make over $800 a month in ad revenue with this small channel. I think a lot of people would be surprised. Like, at the time of this video, I got 4,000 subs and I'm making $800 a month in ad revenue. Because I think a lot of people assume that you have to have like a big channel and you have to have a ton of views. And it's like, no, you just have to have the right content that's advertiser friendly. Compare this to, like, let's say my travel website that makes like 30 cents. Makes 30 cents a day. It's like really pathetic. And so, like, it depends on the topic. Like, for example, like my travel channel, a lot of those views come from countries like Thailand and Vietnam, etc. And it's just like the ad revenue is just so low. Whereas like with this channel, the ad revenue is a lot higher because it's more targeted and advertiser friendly for products and services. And so that's why I said, like, it just depends on the topic. Like, for example, like something that comes to mind is like dating and personal development perform really poorly, generally speaking, with advertising networks. You're better off if you have a dating blog or a personal development blog. You're much better off creating and selling your own products than you are running an ad network. But if you have a topic on, like, say, personal finance, running ads can be very lucrative. It just depends on your topic. Number 4 is affiliate marketing. So all that affiliate marketing is promoting relevant products and services that other companies or individuals make in front of your audience. So step 1 is that you need an audience, you need traffic, you need targeted traffic, and then put relevant offers in front of that traffic. That is it. That's all that affiliate marketing is. Because people here on YouTube sometimes make it so mysterious and complicated. You have to have targeted traffic and then put relevant offers in front of that traffic. That's it. It's nothing more complicated than that. The reason I say that is because, like, I see people on, like, Facebook groups talking about, like, Bluehost. Like, oh my God, Bluehost is the greatest web host ever. It's like that, and people see through that kind of hyperbolic nonsense. People aren't stupid, and so that doesn't work. Like, what works better is to create like a honest, thoughtful, like, tutorial video. Like, for example, here on YouTube, I have like I have tutorial videos on how to create a website, how to start a blog. I like to promote Bluehost and SiteGround because I think those are two really good web hosts. So I like to mix and match between the two. And I make commissions from promoting Bluehost because I put in the work to make a 2-hour-long tutorial video that's really helpful. I show people how to use the product or service, and then I put and then I have a link in the description of the YouTube video, as well as on websitecreativepro.com. I'm not using hyperbolic language where I'm saying, like, oh my God, they're the greatest thing ever they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, there's no problems. I'm very upfront about, like, pros and cons of everything, and people, I think, respect a little bit more honesty. And also, I make sales because, like, I have a targeted audience and I'm putting relevant offers in front of that audience, okay? And so the reason I say that is because, like, again, like, I've seen, like, dating blogs promoting, like, web hosting because web hosting pays a lot in terms of commissions. But, like, well, if you have a dating blog, that doesn't make any sense. Like, don't be greedy. Don't be going after topics that don't make sense for what you're doing online, okay? But every niche has their own unique products and services that you can promote, and so take advantage of that. And then one last advantage of affiliate marketing is that it helps you figure out just, like, what your audience needs, because sometimes you'll find out that you're promoting a product or service and you're making a lot of money, and then it's like, well, why am I promoting their product? Why don't I just create my own? Like, if you have a health and wellness website and you're promoting, like, a woman's yoga ebook, and then you're making sales of it, you're like, well, why don't I just create my own? Because I've done that too. Like, I was promoting an ebook on how to teach English abroad, and I was making sales of that. I'm like, well, why am I promoting this book? Like, why don't I just make my own? And, like, that's what I did. And so that's why affiliate marketing is really helpful, because you can test out different, like, revenue streams, different products, services, courses, etc., to see what works. And then, like, when you find something that works, then you can maybe stop promoting it and then create your own topic. And then last, I just want to mention quickly, affiliate marketing works best with lower priced products. And so what I mean is, like, if you want to promote, like, a $200 course for you're an affiliate for, like, a $500 course or something like that, you're going to need, like, an email list, you're going to need an audience, and you're going to need some type of funnel to make sales of higher priced products. The best products, like if you're promoting Amazon Associates, for example, you want to find just products that are, like, under $200, because then you'll be able to make sales, because it's not that it's an impulse buy, but if someone's looking for like the best headphones for XYZ. Well, headphones are not that expensive, and so people are like doing research, etc., and they'll buy that product through your link, for example, on your website. Whereas you have something like a camera review site that could still make money, but people do a lot of research on more expensive products. Like for me to order like a pair of $20 headphones from Amazon, no problem. But for me to sit down and think like, am I going to buy a new $1,000 camera? I'm not going to buy a $1,000 camera just because I read a blog post. Okay, so that's why you need to like just taking that into consideration about the different product price points. To have real success with affiliate marketing, you want to sell lower price products because it's more easy for people to buy, whereas more expensive stuff, people need a little bit more interaction with you and more trust. Number 5 is to create your own products and services for your blog, website, and YouTube channel. Now, obviously, creating your own products is probably the best way to monetize what it is you're doing, because you break free from relying too much on affiliate marketing and advertising, because advertising can fluctuate. Affiliate marketing, the companies can change the terms of service at any time they want. Like, for example, Amazon famously reduced all their commissions, and so people are like really upset about that. Whereas if you're selling your own products and services, like you own the product, you take the lion's share of that sale. And so, if you have an audience and it makes sense to create a product, I'd highly recommend you sitting your butt down and taking the time to create something. And so I recommend you could basically create like an ebook. And with an ebook, you can sell it on like something like Gumroad, or you can go ahead and create like a bunch of Kindle ebooks and make like a portfolio of like lower price Kindle ebooks, or you can create like a digital course, which is like what I have done. And it's really a way to make a decent amount of money. It's really a way to make next level money, because even here on this channel, like I got a small channel. My website is probably, I would say, like medium size. I have a teachable course, Plan, Build, Promote, Profit, and I sell it for $259, and I make about 2 sales a week. So I'm not like making a ton of sales, but like at that price point, it's basically $500 or so a week. And so that ends up being like a $2,000 monthly income source just from that one thing alone. And so that's why I highly recommend creating a course, because like once you have an audience, this is the critical part. You have to have an audience for any of this stuff to work. But then like you can really make a decent income, because like $2,000 from one thing like that significantly moves the needle over time. And it's like, okay, now I understand when I see other people saying like, oh yeah, I made $20,000 from my course. Like, yeah, I can understand that now. When people have like a massive audience, if you see a YouTuber with like 200,000 subscribers, like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And so basically my advice, if you're going to create products and services, you have to engage in email marketing. So just, be aware of this. It's a tremendous amount of work. It's a tremendous amount of work to build an audience. That is already difficult enough. But then you have to sit your butt down and create a product. Then you have to go through the whole process of creating some type of marketing funnel. So you have your way to get people in the door via like YouTube and your website and via free traffic. Convert that into email subscribers, and then you can send people down an email funnel. And that's a time and tested business model that works. But it all starts with you basically creating free content and building all the parts of that business, that information business. But it still can work. It's just a tremendous amount of work. So, once you get to that point where you start having an audience and you start getting attention and things seem like they're working, like you have good engagement, go ahead and create a product. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. And number 6 is to sell your time via your website, blog, and YouTube channel. Now, everybody wants to focus on passive income, but honestly, selling a service is a great way to monetize what it is you're doing online, particularly if you have a small audience, because you don't need a big audience, you need the right audience. Now, I personally use Fiverr. I make $500 a month selling services on Fiverr. I really like Fiverr, and I highly recommend that you check it out if you think that you want to provide some type of service via your YouTube channel, website, blog, etc. Because Fiverr is a marketplace. You can get organic sales that way. Then they take care of the payment, communication, feedback, all that technical stuff that you don't have to worry about. But again, it just depends on like what it is you're doing online. So take a step back and think about like what service that your audience would need. It really just depends, okay? And so I've seen here like people using Clarity FM, for example. I've seen people use that on YouTube and their blog. That's great if you position yourself as an expert, and then you can basically charge for your time to have a call with someone, etc. So anyways, that's why I just want to bring up this last one. Think about ways to provide a service to help your audience, because it's still a lucrative way to monetize what it is you're doing online. All right, everybody, thank you very much for watching. My name is David, website creativepro.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing, hit that like button, check the links in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.